In this exercise, what we're going to do is try to anticipate price action for consolidation. It's not an easy exercise because there's a lot of assumptions. Now, what we have in front of us is obviously, it's already been done, but what we're going to do is we're going to replay this and move to a level where we think, okay, we have one sign, one indication that there's resistance here. Like I said in the notes, finding key resistance levels or support is a methodology in itself on the resistance support module. Fibonacci is one of them, and a main one, especially when it's in price discovery. So if you have Fibonacci, you can make some assumptions. You can, the way I do it, you can place a key level of support at 0, and this is the hard part, where the 618 could be resistance or support. And in this case, resistance, and we've got the 0.68 here as a resistance. So it seems to fit well when we look at this. And so what we have is Fibonacci being extended. Now there's the other one. What we need to do is the value 1. So here we've got key support. So what we'll do is we'll put the 1 right there. Let's do this for a sec. Change that color. So from the swing low to a swing high, maybe sometimes you just need to see if it fits perfectly in that range. So yep, that looks like a good resistance. If we were to push this slightly up to match that, you can say that the 0.618 is resistance and the 0.68 is also resistance and then support. So we have some confluence with the fib level. So the 1.618 gives you the indication that it's possible. Now you've seen how I derived that with anticipation, because this height has a set target. This is not to say that this is going to range, but we also know that this is a resistance, and it's already pulled back something like 7%. So what we do is we watch it. Now we don't know what kind of resistance is, what kind of consolidation it's going to be. Can it be a flat consolidation where the base is there? We don't know, but you make assumptions. It could be inclined or down, like we've gone through it, the sloping. So for the time being, we'll always approach it with a horizontal, and until it's proven differently. We've got our base, we've got our resistance. So let's see how this moves forward. You can see that how things become relevant, these lines, support. Now this is gone really high and it's pulled back into the channel. So what we'll do is we just bring this up, and then you see the middle. So now we're looking at, it's looking relatively good. This is speculative low. However, we can use that as speculative low now until we're proven otherwise. There's liquidity there. So we're looking at that fib level as 1, right? We remember how we put that there. So let's see how this works out. We don't know at this point. It's just ranging, and we have the middle coming back down, swinging to high. So we'd like to see the swing low for the next stage. Okay, so we had our swing low. Now we're comfortable that this is in a range, the high and the low, because we've got two taps on the bottom. And so we'll probably look for a trade here. So what we're looking for is a tap and then pull back with the SFP. This is on the daily. And there you go. So it's taking out the liquidity, pulled back. If we were to go onto the 4-hour, it's probably better now. We've got a range. That was a good rejection. We don't know what this, at the moment, is still not bearish. This has gone through a number of areas. So that's 1, and we're taking the low. If it's really bullish market, it will continue up. So that took the low as well, took out the liquidity, took out that liquidity. So that was a nice entry. That's a nice entry. However, That is a nice area to take a bit of profit because we've got the pullback. This is looking bullish at the moment. So now we're going to our other mindset. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so it's dropped, but we're still in the range, right? So consolidation is definitely taking place. This is what it is. I'm comfortable to say that is consolidation because we've got the highs, the lows, and now we're looking for the breakout. And that's the whole thing about this, the approach, setting your Fibonacci up to a point. Remember, in the approach for support and resistance, there's a lot of ways to do it. We can get our anchored VWAP and just see if there's any confluence, that level. All right, that makes sense. Let's just put that in there and let's see how we go. Let's see how it's going to break out from the range. We are comfortable that bottom is the range. We've got a number of taps and the top two. So it's either going to go break to the low, take out the liquidity, which is a really nice way of doing it, or continue, break out the top and continue on. So we're broken down and there we go. So now we've definitely broken down, took a lot of liquidity, but now it's becoming a bit more difficult. This is where anchored VWAP comes in as a strategy. Daily wave. If that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe that's a 3, that's a 4. So here will be a nice, and we're going to pause it here. We know what the results were. Taking out the liquidity and then getting a bullish response. That's the liquidity. It's taking it out. Taking out the previous low. So what we want to do is see from an approach. Now that broke out the consolidation. We got the sloping consolidation taking place now. Right? We've got this going on, potentially. A channel to the downside. We can also do that as a channel. Now, if this takes out that previous high, there, we're in business. It's a nasty one, but it works. And then we're going for the breakout. Consolidation under resistance, and then likely to break. Oh, there we go. That's a breakout trade, and you just go for it. This one's a difficult one. It was a double bottom. Take out the previous liquidity, but that is a hard one. Still on nerves. But this pattern seems like a free drive pattern as well. A few combinations come in, but that is a breakout trade. So you see the congestion here, and then for a move to the upside. Let's see how it eventually ends up. Now we've got this 1.618 to there. Now this looks like a consolidation as well. And you trade it accordingly. You can also have this on an angle. Make the bottoms aligned. Bull flag, and then it's up. You can see how the combination works. Hits a 1.764 perfectly. So 1.618, just the Fibonacci is aligned well. Just from that bottom measurement, we leave our Fibonacci and look for confluence. Again, another small range. once we lost the anchored VWAP, you can see how that just drops. Range, modify. This, I wish I did it at the time. Just this approach, I didn't. And I just did it now. And I could have got it right. And obviously that's the other example that we showed as a bear flag. Leave it at that, guys. Move on to the next.